Ho ho ho, bitch. So today we talking about something real important. And if you ain't know by the title already, ooh, this is a good one. So just a couple days ago, Redman put up a post. Can't remember exactly where, but it basically had a release date for Muddy Waters 2, and a lot of people were surprised to realize that that release date was actually for Christmas Eve. So this just dropped last night, bruh. Just last night. And I did put up a community post basically telling people this review is going to take some time. Muddy Waters 2 is 32 songs. And I realized I'm not about to go through every single song. I'm about to just review this, but check this out. I put the dates of when they dropped, and these two albums are 28 years apart. And the more and more I listen to number 2, I just keep thinking about how crazy that shit is, because he did not miss a step with number 2. Straight up, it's been a while since I've heard or seen something like that, where someone makes a sequel to an album basically, and it ends up meeting and or exceeding expectations. Now, this Muddy Waters 2, as you can tell from the album cover, the shoebox has the dollar bills in it. That's how you know. That's how you know. That's how you know. Redman is, let's see. I'm going to try to think of the best way I could describe it. So I reacted to one of his freestyles not that long ago, and that shit is still fire as fuck. That shit is dope as fuck. But it's just crazy how he's so versatile, has so many styles, and is jacking for all these beats and doing freestyles over them and all these different scenes and all this stuff. All that stuff takes time. But the craziest shit to me is how just in the midst of that, you can just announce a sequel to your most anticipated, like announce the release date for the most anticipated album of your whole career, basically. And drop that album, and the shit is 32 songs, nigga. And this whole album fucking hits on top of that. And on top of that, this might be your best work. This is crazy. This is so much to process. Now, when I say best work, this isn't my favorite Redman album, but this is up there, though. This feels to me just like when Red Gone Wild dropped. Red Gone Wild, when that dropped, it was different, because I remember before the album dropped, there was videos of him basically saying like, yeah, like we're not having the label really help that much. Like, I'm selecting the beats or something. I remember that was like a whole thing. Like, he was on some, I'm selecting the beats. Like, I'm going to my favorite producers and getting beats. And I remember when that album dropped and I heard that shit the first time, I'll never forget that shit. I'll never forget. I forgot how I heard it. I can't remember if I heard it through someone's iPod or whatever, but I'll never forget how that shit blew me the fuck away. I remember the first time I heard Blackout 2. First time I heard Blackout, There Is a Dark Side. I had that on CD. It's like, this shit is crazy. 32 songs. 32 songs. If you take 10 multiplied by 3 and you add 2 more, that's how many songs are on this album. This is one of the last albums to drop in this crazy ass year. And let me let you know how good this album is. This shit hits the nail on the hits the hammer on the nail. This shit here hits the hammer on the nail, bruh. You see the shoebox with the money in it? That means that Redman is activated and he's in his fucking bag. This album is so fire. It's every single bit of this album is fire. All the skits, the intros and outros to the songs, the features on the songs. Oh my God. The first song I listened to on this album features Redman, Naughty by Nature, Queen Latifah, Raw Digga, Shaquille O'Neal, Lords of the Underground, Lady Luck, uh, Artifacts, Heather B, Chanel Live, and Nikki D. Heather B is one of the co-hosts that's on Sway's Universe. What is she doing rapping on a Redman? So another thing about this song, it makes me wonder if everybody in this song is from Jersey. I know Naughty by Nature is. I know Raw Digga is. I think Shaquille O'Neal is, because Redman and Shaquille O'Neal go back. Redman was involved with Shaquille O'Neal's first album back in the day. I don't know where Heather B's from, but she might be from. So this is the thing. Like, there's all types of things like that are stacked on top too. Like, this is a Jersey album. And even when I was looking through it yesterday when it dropped, I didn't realize that Method Man was on one of the songs. So when I played it, I was so surprised when he got in on his verse, and I'm glad they had that near the beginning. One of my favorite Redman and Method Man songs is a collab they did on Method Man's album 421 called Walk On. And that song, that's one of those ghost songs. That shit don't exist no more. I don't know what happened, but I really wish that song could somehow come back to life. This album is, I'm just gonna say it's perfect. It's perfect because with a lot of these rappers, and Redman being one of my favorites, one of my goats, sometimes I wonder, like, damn, like, are they getting too old? Like, and not necessarily too old as in, like, are they gonna be slow? No, it's more like too old as in, like, you just don't want to do this shit no more. Like that. I could definitely understand people getting up in age and just not wanting to partake in this shit no more, especially with the way the climate is, the way the shit's been going. Like, all these rappers getting killed, other rappers dying of fucking overdoses and shit. I could definitely understand why someone up in age don't want to do it no more, especially if you've already laid out classic albums. But this nigga went ahead and made a fucking sequel to one of his classics and made it a 32 track album. Like, this is the longest album that's dropped this year. And on top of that too, it's like this, like, he don't need it. This is why he be doing them 10-year hiatuses. And I fully understand too, because it's like, this is quality work. Like, this right here is crazy to me. And it's still Gilla House. It's still Gilla House. Like, that shit, I can't remember which song I heard that was just like, it was just all Gilla. And I think it was Why You Mad. But like, this album, he got a song called Booyaka Shot. Shout outs to Ali G. But Don't Want to See Me Rich, that's the first song he dropped. And I remember, like, I wasn't really feeling that song, but now I see why he released that song. That is basically just the tip of the iceberg. Like, this album is crazy. Like, I don't want to play none of these songs. I want you to just go listen to this shit. Superman Lover smacks. Ooh, Superman Lover 7 fucking smacks. They did that song right there. That's actually the main song I was worried about. I was like, yo, if they flop on Superman Lover, it's not gonna, that shit could fuck up this whole album. But nah, they got that shit right. The Superman Lover 7 continued. They got that right. Look at Here, they got that shit right. The song KRS-One. KRS-One is on it too. Like, Obama oh, that was Affion Crockett that was on it. That's comedy. Yeah, that's Obama stick up. That shit is fucking hilarious. This is a classic. Like, straight up. Y'all don't understand. Like, the one thing I hate about doing this is that so many people have suggestions on what shit I need to listen to and what I need to review. But then whenever I review shit, I be watching the views be at 4, at 8, at 7, at 10. And sometimes it'll be a classic album. My GNX review, what, like 4 people watch that shit? Even though within it, I'm making these predictions that literally are coming true right now as we speak. This right here, this is a classic. I don't want to hear no one tell me no fucking music I need to listen to next year. That's no, nigga. Like, I don't see no one covering the classic albums. No one. Like, I'll be real surprised if Joe Budden ain't on this album next week. Then he's not from Jersey. That nigga's from New York. Some of these beats is fucking crazy.
The year is 2025. In Jersey, we in a fucking building.
Go Jersey.
Whoa.
Go Jersey.
Let's go.
Go Jersey.
Hey.
Go Jersey.
Yo. I told my mom when I was 16, I was gonna get rich over 16s. I never sold a brick, but the bricks on my back, so believe I let it go to the clip clean. The hustle was the flow, ass skinny black, and my recipe to cook can't Siri that. I'm from New Jersey, and when I drop music, your hood feeling like it's the first and the third.
My two shooters come through with two Rugers. Leave them in a stupor while I smoke some dude hookah. In my see-through dress with a fupa. Somewhere in Aruba, spend money like a moosa. In and out on their ass, think I'm the super. Get in my 80s bag, calling them poop butt. About to wash these bitches, get the loofah. Here and now, give me the reason, bitch, I'm Luther.
Light it up, hey, light it.
Raw Digga, that's one of my fucking favorites. Like, nigga, Jersey, stand up. Jersey, any nigga that's from Jersey better be watching this fucking album review, or else you not from Jersey. Simple as that. This shit is fucking crazy, and this is my fucking song.
Ho! Yeah, yeah! Yo! Ah, check this out. I'm on my bullshit, bro. Look at me. Yeah, yeah! Looking like a boss. We on that bullshit, bro. Yo! Hey, now everybody should move back. I'm on that bullshit. Not with the bullshit, ride with me. I'm on that bullshit. You borrow money, don't pay it back. I'm on that bullshit. Yo, number block, Brick City. We on that bullshit. Yo, 5-0 done pulled me over. Here come the bullshit. Your girl found your password. Here come the bullshit. Yo, ops all on the IG. Here come the bullshit. If it was us out in DC, it'd be some bullshit. I'm on real nigga time. That bullshit, we don't pay no mind. I got 3 fingers up, fuck nigga. You can read between the lines. I'm a grown.
One of these songs is a Rockweiler beat, and I can't remember which track it is, but that Rockweiler beat, I think it's Ghetto Motivation. Hold up.
Here's a little ghetto motivation. Here's a little ghetto motivation. Here's a little ghetto motivation.
Nah, it's not this one. This one's fire too, though.
Here's a little ghetto motivation. 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 Here's a little ghetto motivation.
That's all I'm playing, that one. But one of these songs is a Rockweiler beat, and it's fucking fire. It is fucking fire. I can't remember which song it is because there's so many songs. But yo, this right here, this is an album for the books. I'm not doing a 60-second review for this. Like this, I'm immediately about to go tell my homie, one of my best friends, about this shit. Yeah, Redman is once every full moon, but when Redman drop, nigga, like Redman is a fucking superhero. Like I literally was just starting to wonder if he was getting, because the thing is, he did the same thing when he was on that fucking Wu-Tang album that Mathematics produced. Something Shaolin, fucking I can't remember the name of that shit, but he did that same thing. He came through there, scooped that whole shit up, and dropped it on niggas. And with this right here, this whole, oh yeah, man, it's dropping in 3 days, by the way. I'm all thinking it's gonna be a 12-song shit that maybe like he just whipped up. Nah, this nigga dropped 32 songs. I mean, I'm actually kind of irritated about this shit. And the whole shit is fire. The whole shit. There's a lot of beats on here that's fucking fire. This is hip hop. This whole album is hip hop. This is the roots. He stuck to the roots of what his recipe is. And I always remember this Redman. I always remember the Redman mascot. But Redman is a superhero, and his secret power is his gun. When that nigga gets his gun, it's over. I only care about a couple rappers, and this nigga here is forever. Like he could literally retire with this album. I wouldn't even trip. Like it's that good. It's that good. He has so many albums, so much music that I can always go back to. But this right here, this is some 2024, and it's just fucking crazy how he's been doing jacking for beat videos. I've reacted to one of them. But then, like, he must have already had this album recorded. Like, that's the only way it makes sense to me. Like, yeah, man, I already have this shit. I already know how good it is. I'm going to tuck it away, and then I'm going to do all these videos, and then I'm going to drop this album on him. That's it. And then I'm going to sleep for like 10 years. That's what I would do. If I was Redman, if you're listening to this, take you a nice, good break, get you some oxtails, smoke you a blunt. Nigga, you saved hip-hop again. You saved hip-hop in the 90s. You saved that shit in like 2007 whenever you dropped Red Gone Wild, and you saved this shit when you dropped Blackout 2. When you dropped Blackout, you saved hip-hop when you dropped Docs the Name. When you dropped Malpractice, and you saved hip-hop again right here in 2024 on Christmas fucking Eve. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? On Christmas Eve. Maybe this nigga wanted to fuck up my Christmas. The only person to have a track that's literally 1 second as the intro. Man. What a great body of work. That's really what it's about at the end of the day. A body of work. How many artists can say that about the project they dropped this year? Body of work. Stylistically, there's so much going on here. So many different styles. Faith Evans, Kid Capri on the... Shaquille O'Neal is on the album. Motherfucking Queen Latifah. Raw Digga. Naughty by Nature. Like, this is crazy. KRS-One's on this bitch. Like, what? Nigga, this is the album to end the year with. I'm not reviewing no more albums. I might review one more album, but that's it. No more albums this year. All my favorite rappers dropped this year except for let me think about it. One of my favorite rappers didn't drop this year. I just had him in my head earlier. Nah, everybody dropped this year. Everybody dropped albums this year. This is fire. This is amazing. What a great year. What a great year. Shout outs to Redman. Shout outs to Redman for always being himself. Shout outs to hip hop just in general. And shout outs to Redman keeping this shit alive, bring this shit back fucking time and time again. Time and time again. Like, I don't know what it is, but he really has a fucking recipe. Like, when you hear his beats, like, it's I don't know. I don't know. It's one of the 9 wonders of the world. Like, how Redman be choosing his beats.